Hi everyone. Well, today it is the 2nd of April 2020 and my name's Georgia. I've come once again for my daily walk, which I really love. And even though last night it was just raining non-stop and it's all nice and wet here today, I still came for the walk because I really noticed that that is what really sparks my day. So lately, having been in a situation where most of us are in, where we're self-isolating or in quarantine, or there's a bit of a restriction of what we can do, I find that these daily walks and exercise really helps my mind, my body, my well-being, and it really allows me to breathe fresh air and be outdoors and absorb nature's gifts. And what I really wanted to share with you is, or ask you in particular, is what is something that really sparks you up or sparks your day? What is that thing, that fire inside of you, even if it's just tiny, that really sparks you up and gets you up and going for the day? Because I think it's important to listen to that fire within ourselves, whether it's small or big at this point in time, because even if it's like a small little spark, that can become big if we keep up with the work, and if we can do it daily or as much as possible, then that really can get us off the kind of downhill of everything if we are going downhill. And if we're not going downhill at this point, then that's okay, that's good, and keep it up. But if we are going downhill, then I think it's important to notice that one little spark a day can really create a big fire in you, and you can make lots of changes in your life. And I would love to more refer it as positive changes and creating positive habits, because it's easy to create negative habits and stick to them and give more power to that negativity, but creating positive ones and sticking to them sometimes can be a bit challenging for all of us. And that's what I find for myself as well. That can be a bit more challenging, and it's important for me to listen to that spark that is inside of me at the moment. And right now, not being able to work in the field that I work in, I love going for my daily walks. Inside of that though, there was things that I did beforehand as well, which I'll still go for my walks, I'll still go and exercise, but it wouldn't be on a daily basis, only because of the busyness that I had with work, or the paperwork that I had to do, or just everyday stuff. So I wouldn't have it as a habit. Now I've really created that habit, and at days where it may rain and it's too hard to go out there, or it's snowing, like not that it snows here in Melbourne where I live, but in other places in the world it snows, then if it's too hard to get out there because of the weather conditions, then always remember that you can do something indoors. I think I've got this little habit lately of turning off the video accidentally. And so this is part two. I'll try and combine it with the other one. So yeah, as I said, if there is different weather conditions out there, then just do stuff indoors. And you can do many things indoors. It could be Pilates or yoga, or even just small little exercise. You just need a little, like a small space sometimes, and you can do lunges or squats, or high knees or things like that. There's so many things you can learn through internet, like in little videos and all that, on how you can exercise at home. You can buy a band and you can, use that, and it's for resistance training. So there's many different things, and that's more referring to exercise. But look in yourself, look in your heart, like what is that one thing that sparks your day? What is that one thing that you can start from? It might be two, three things, it might be five things that spark you. But I think it's important to notice the one for now, and then if there's another two or three other things that spark you, then also add them into your daily routine. Some things may not be daily, they could be every second or third day, but the point here is doing at least one thing that sparks you and sparks your day, because I think that's the gift of looking into what really excites you, what brings pleasure to you, what brings enjoyment, what really elevates and lifts your energy up. Sorry, especially at these circumstances and on these days. So one thing could be as well, not watching a lot of TV, like the news and what's going out there. You can flick through it and listen to it and be aware of what's going on. But I think it's important to also focus on other things, that relaxes your brain waves, relaxes your mind, relaxes your body. And that could be beautiful, relaxing music, could be music that you want to dance to. It could be, eating nice food. It could be just doodling and drawing or writing. It could be many different things. It could be having a nice chat with a friend of yours. So find the things that really spark your day and start creating bit by bit small little habits, and having that momentum and being consistent. So I think that is the important thing a lot of times, keeping up with it and focusing it. And you know what? Some days we'll wake up and we'll say, no, nothing spikes me, nothing gives me pleasure at the moment, nothing fills me up right now. And you know what? That is okay too. That could be part of the process. But I would advise that if that's your constant thing, that's something that's overtaking more of the enjoyment, that you may want to look at that. If it's a one-off thing, then I feel that okay, that's part of life, and that can be the way it is. If you're now in a 50-50 zone where some 50% of the time you're uplifted and 50% of the time you're not uplifted, then that's okay too. It's more, are you in balance? Are you bringing more enjoyment in your life, in your own home at the moment, or you're going towards a more downhill space? I could use the word depression or anxiety or stress or feel miserable. I could use that terminology, but at the end of the day, it's like, we're either uplifted or we're downlifted in some way. Well, so by using the terminology that is always used, I don't always find that could be useful, because then we hear it all the time, all the time, and then we actually start believing that we are, say, depressed or anxious. And maybe we are, maybe we are, or maybe there are days that we feel that way, but not that we are completely that, because you know what, every day, moment by moment, we can change and shift things. So my message today is, ask yourself, what is it that really sparks my day up today at this moment, and go with that. Create a bit momentum on it, consistency, and go by day to day, moment to moment, and see what really lifts you up. I hope that helps, and enjoy the rest of your day and stay well and healthy. Bye for now.